Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making a diorama. Now, first thing I'm going to do is go over the materials. And one of the most important things you're going to need for this project is hot glue. And obviously hot glue sticks. So make sure you have a bunch of those. You're going to want some cotton balls or just a wadded up ball of stuffing. You're going to want a fast food plastic straw. Obviously make sure you wash it out first. Now, a lot of these you can get at Dollar Tree. A lot of these things. So we have floral foam. You can also get these at Dollar Tree. There are 4 different sections, but for this tutorial, I think we're only going to need one. You're going to need napkin and you're going to need to print out some building textures onto a piece of paper. You're also going to need a dark colored pencil. It doesn't have to be black, but I do recommend using black. You are also going to need, alright, so if you go to the toy aisle in Dollar Tree, they have little 2-packs of little military vehicles. So I have a tank and the car here. All I did for this was literally just grab a hammer and smash it. Now this diorama is of a giant monster destroying a building, so yeah, this is going to be one of the props. You're going to need a styrofoam or paper plate, a cup of water and a paintbrush, and you're going to need some black paint, some red paint, Mod Podge. Crap. You don't have to use it, but this just makes it a little easier. A spoon. And clay for the monster. So I have some brown clay and white and red clay too. So you might need to use some other colors of clay, but I don't think I need anything else, but yeah. Alright, we're also going to need scissors, some cardboard. You can just get these from an Amazon box, and some sculpting tools. So I have few right here. So first thing I'm going to start with is making the base. So you want to make sure, if you're a kid, you might want to have adult supervision. I don't have adult supervision, but I've done this plenty of times. Try as hard as you can not to get burned by the hot glue gun. It happens often. Anyway, first thing you're going to want to do is start off with the cardboard. And so, this is a much smaller diorama. So you're going to want to use your pencil and kind of sketch out where you're going to cut it. And then I am going to be cutting it at the seam here. Yeah, you want to make your lines straight. I'm not really the best at doing that, so. There we go. And then just cut right down the middle of that. You don't need the straw or the cotton for that matter, but there's an effect that I know how to make. It's basically a little fire breath piece for the clay monster I'm going to make. Okay. Why is it so hard? Alright. So, keep this cardboard around. You might need it later. And so, yeah, we're not making a very big diorama. This is the size of the diorama. Now, you don't... Oh, crap. Okay. I don't really have that much space on my desk. You can't see it, but off camera everything's falling down. So you're going to want one of these building layouts. Let's just keep that there for now. And yeah, you want to get a block of floral foam. You don't have to use a metal spoon. You just use a plastic spoon. The metal one might be better for what you're going to use it for. Yeah. I don't think I really used the right type of floral foam. This one will work just fine. But there's going to be a lot of dust. Like, just a lot of dust. And man, is it annoying, but... Next thing you want to do is you want to take your building texture and you just want to cut it out. Yeah. So you just want to do that all around. So yeah. You might have to cut off a little bit of floral foam. So you gotta also make sure you have a knife. So once again, adult supervision. And done. Alright, just recycle or throw these away. And that is where the building is going to go, right there. See, that doesn't wrap all the way around, so... Yeah, you're going to have to cut the side of it. Alright. You want to make sure it is straight as possible. And that is really hard to do sometimes. Ah. Yeah, this happens 100% of the time. So, I'm gonna clean this up. I'll be right back. And we're back. So, after sweeping off the desk, it's just all over my tripod. So, yeah. That's why you want to try and get the cut as straight as possible. Because if you don't, there's going to be sawdust everywhere. Alright, let's see. Notice alright, I'm gonna cut it a little bit more. I'll be right back. Yep, this is what the knife looks like now. Okay, I think it is finally thin enough. Are you? Okay. So it just barely makes it. Just by a smidge. The reason I didn't just cut off the top part of this and then, you know, like, just use it to patch up the rest of it is because that wouldn't look as clean. That would look messy, so. Yeah, just gotta make sure it fits, and then probably not the best way to do this. Alright. Okay. So, yeah. Alright. Finally. That's the building, so I'm gonna throw all this extra paper away. I will be right back when I finish dusting everything off. Alright, all good. So now we're going to want to use our hot glue. Dang it, I got hot glue on the tank and on my desk. Alright. Now, get your hot glue gun and just line it on there. Be very, very careful when you're doing this. Alright, that's good for now. So, lay it down like that. Ah! That could have been much worse. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, I just burned myself just now. But that could have been a lot worse. It was just kind of a slight burn, so. Anyone that does this, be more careful than I'm being. Please, for the sake of your own safety. Are you freaking... It's crooked, but this will just be the back of the building. So, yeah. Oh. Wear gloves or something. This might not be the back of the building. I might have the monster crawl up this side of the building, so. Alright, so just wait for that to cool off. You can use cold water, but that's really not a good idea, considering this is paper and floral foam. It'll probably just disintegrate. Oh my gosh. So, the hot glue gun wire is strangling my tripod. Stop. There. Okay. So, that is only the first step of what you're going to be doing. So, basically what you want to do is you want to mix some black and white colors and just paint the cardboard gray. So, I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back. One thing that's nice about painting cardboard, also, it doesn't have to be this light. One thing that's nice about painting cardboard is it dries really quickly and really nicely. So, now we are just going to... Done. Alright. my hot glue gun is heating up. So while we wait for that, let's do the damage on the building. So make sure that your paintbrush is wiped off completely. And then dip the paintbrush in some more water. You might also want to get the spoon and just dab it around the area you want to add the damage to. And I advise doing this over a trash can. So you just take the spoon and scoop a section out of it. So I'm doing this over my trash can. Alright, so when that's done, this is what it should look like. Chunks taken out of it. And there we go. Yeah, so after this, you don't really need the spoon anymore. And our hot glue gun is ready. So basically just put a bunch of hot glue all over the bottom of it. And I'm going to put it right there. Alright, just push that down and wait for that to cool off. Okay. So get your smashed car. I think I'm just gonna put that right there. Oh my gosh, that does not look right. Yeah, the scaling for this is gonna be kind of all over the place. So, yeah. Okay. The tank isn't really able to aim up high enough, so forget it. But we will use the smashed car and just sort of put some hot glue all over the bottom of it. And then smush that sucker down. And once again, wait for that to dry. So now you're going to want to grab some of that cotton or stuffing. You just want to grab a bunch of it, kind of just string it out and wad it together. Yeah. And what you're going to do is you want to make sure it's strung out a little bit. And that'll make it look like the car is smoking, as if it were on fire. You want to make sure the cotton doesn't look too thin. You want to make sure it looks a little thick, actually. And then just and yeah, so just adjust it until you get it the way you want it to look. Once you do that, more hot glue, and oh, more hot glue. Just gonna load that up. And just put that all over the carpet. And then here, I'm gonna use this clay tool to smush it down, because you should not do that with your fingers. Yeah, so the car looks really big compared to the building, but whatever. So yeah. Alright. Now you're gonna want to start sculpting your monster for this little diorama. So just get a bunch of clay and just start with the body. So this one, I'm planning to make it look more like a more reptilian monster. So, yeah. Once you get that the way you want it, you want to start sculpting the arms. So for this monster, I recommend giving him some really large arms because, I mean, you're going to want him to be able to hold on to the building. So if not large arms, give him some really large hands. Oh, how could I forget? So you will need to paint that whole section black, and it takes a while to dry, but I am gonna do that last. So sorry if I'm a little quiet. And once you do that, you get the hand looking the way you want it to. Sculpted it backwards. So I'm just going to flip that the other way. There we go. And then you just kind of mold and sculpt it onto the rest of the arm. If you're wondering what happened to my Cyclops model, he just straight up fell apart. So, yeah. There we go. So, I'm basically just going to do the same thing for the legs. So, I'll be right back in a second. So, this is what I've done so far. I tried to fit him on the building, but you just kept falling off. And this dust from the floral foam kept getting stuck to the clay. So I instead switched it out to where he's just stepping on the car. I'm going to finish sculpting him. There is the head. I'm going to finish sculpting him, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do the fire breath effect. Alright everyone, so here we are, making the diorama. So the monster, I know I really did not film that much of me sculpting him. The reason I did that is because anyone follows along with the tutorial, I want you guys to make a monster on your own. Like, you should make your own design. Like, don't copy mine. Now, I'm not saying you can't copy mine. I mean, go ahead and do it. But, yeah, I decided to do that. So, leaving more of a blank space on how I made it. So that you guys would have to sort of learn and figure it out a little more. Yeah. And, as you can see here, there is a fire breath piece. I made a separate video. I'm going to link that in the description. But right now, yes, I also painted this floral foam piece black. So, yeah. Now, for the final thing we're going to do, is we're going to take some more cotton, and then grab your hot glue gun. Put a little bit right there. Make sure it's strung out a little bit. And then just do that. And yeah, I just kind of pat it down with a tool or something. Yeah. So this is the finished diorama. Now for a little extra spice, you could use black paint and just kind of paint the cotton a little bit. That's what I'm going to do here, but kind of an unnecessary step, so you don't have to do it. But I just yeah, it's kind of easier to use your fingers. It's messy, but it works a lot better. And yeah, you just kind of let that dry. Looks a little more, looks a little better. So, here is the finished monster diorama. And this is obviously a small one, just one building, one smashed car, and a tank. Yeah. So if you guys want to see more tutorials, clay monsters, toy reviews, anything, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Anyway, that's all for today. Bye-bye.